Come on in the building. Welcome in, welcome in. This is a powerful message. Tap in, put a like on the video. Be sure to subscribe, click on the bell so you know every single time I'm live or dropping a new message, okay? Thank you everyone for your support, for your likes, your shares, your comments. If this resonates with you, definitely leave a comment below, okay? There are links in the description box to contact me. Y'all know how it go. We have amazing things going on right now. We have the book, we have merch, we have the programs. Tap in, okay? This is a very interesting message, y'all, and I believe it's, definitely a continuation of the messages that have been coming in the past few months, right? Like, so we've been talking a lot about the divine feminine coming online and this new shift that's taking place, this up leveling, this expansion that is happening all across the world. And it's been coming in more and more about the goddess and woman, and the divine feminine really taking a stand right now, accepting the crown that has been placed on her head and fully embodying that energy as much as possible, right? There's a lot going on, and many of you are shifting, and you're feeling into this space of like more embodiment, more empowerment. What is your special medicine? What are you bringing to the world? All of that is coming to the forefront right now. And, with that knowing, right, we did, like I said, several videos. And then the other day we did the prophecy that I shared a few years ago. I updated you on it, that there's going to need to be an honoring of the divine feminine, of the sacred, of the goddess at this point. There's not going to be this acceptance of disrespect. And we see it playing out in many different ways, y'all. Like, we did have the whole melanation, carbonation, whatever it is, nature boy situation go down. We have a lot of these male gurus, things are happening within their empires, right? We have divine justice coming online at this time, and it really is that feminine taking a stand. So let's just talk about it, okay? Because we also have that the Will Smith and the Jada thing that took place, in the slap, the disrespect that took place at whatever award show it was. I don't know, was it the Grammys? Yeah, I think it was the Grammys. And that whole slap, and people have their different opinions. But on a spiritual side, looking at it through the spiritual lens, it's the honoring of the carbonated woman, the indigenous woman, of woman, of the divine feminine, protecting her, and that energy coming to the forefront where it's not allowing for disrespect or disregard any longer, right? We're done. We're done with that, as on an individual level and as a collective. So right now you have this forward push for people to really look at themselves and look at each other, but also, understand, okay, well, who is the divine feminine? What is the goddess? Like, who is woman? Hey, Mrs. Harris, how you doing? Welcome. There's the conversation. Well, who is she? Who is this divine feminine? Like, I feel her. I see her coming into her reign, right? She has her queendom. I see this. So what does it mean? What happens? Um, so what is happening, first off, is divine justice. People like to think that woman and the divine feminine, the goddess, is all, cotton candy and rainbows all the time. And she's not that. She's loving, she's unconditional love, but if you play with her, it's off with your head. I tell people that all the time. And you see that reflected in nature. If you play with nature, it's off with your head. And she doesn't really care about your feelings. It's like, look, this happened, so now a hurricane is coming through the land. And that's just what it is. I don't know what to tell you. You could find cover or what, but this is happening, right? That's nature. So with the divine feminine, you also have that energy, like you did this crime. Now justice is served, but it's unlike the justice that we've seen in the past, where it was just like, oh, you do this and, you have some criminals, it's just a slap on the wrist. It's not, there's no morals, values, and ethics. With the divine feminine, there's morals, values, and ethics. And sometimes justice comes in with mass destruction and even death. Okay. You see that now. And with these spiritual leaders who have been disregarding the divine feminine for so long, it's judgment day. Like, it's judgment season out here for those people. And it's really interesting because it's refreshing in a way where I don't know, you all. I kind of like not so much tough love, but I like very structured love. I like, see, I like rules, values, and ethics because that's something I could get down with. It's like, okay, right, universal law. Cool, got it. All right, I'll just stay in alignment with universal law. Sounds good to me anyway. It feels good in my body, right? Sounds great. That's what the divine feminine is bringing. And for some people, they're not used to adhering to those types of things. They're also not used to looking at woman as a powerful being and as a deity, literally the personification of the goddess. Like, they're not, a lot of people are not looking at her like that. And when you get to the physical body, right? Like, woman, you literally carry a portal in your body to the cosmos, to the galaxy, but people out here are gonna call you a female. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like it's really okay. Like, all right, fine. So you're gonna have people, right, wanting to stick to that. Women are females. And you know what? We've been getting along great with how things were. We don't really need to change. You're gonna have people like that. Like, we don't really need to honor women. Like, what are you talking about? This whole, and it's not a feminist thing. It has absolutely nothing. Keep the feminists out of this. This is not what this is. This is about divinity. It's about what's sacred. It's about universal law. It's about the cosmos. It's the I can't even talk. You see what I mean? It's everything. It's where we're going as a people. It's ascension. It's not, it has nothing to do with any of these 3D constructs. It's above us. It's everywhere. So, you're going to have some people who are going to deny this shift, and they're going to deny woman, because if you deny the shift, it's like you deny woman. She brings the shift, and the divine feminine energy can be housed in any vessel, right? But there's something about woman in physical form in this time and space that is going to completely, like, blow people away. Okay? I'm telling you right now. We've been talking about this for like 7 years, all right? So you're going to have people who are going to be completely blocked, or who are going to want to create blocks from this up-leveling with the divine feminine, with this ascension process, because you're going to see a lot of women in power, and not just anybody, right? But like masterful cosmic women with the codes to liberate generations and to really bring expansion to this time and space. So everybody's up leveling, but there's certain groups here that are going to take center stage. It's been written and ordained for them to do so, right? And then you're going to have other people who have been in power. Like I said, they've been kicking their feet up in this wounded masculine energy. It's been great. They've been living the time of their lives, right? They're going to object to all of this. And those are the people who are going to be, I guess, negatively impacted by this upgrade that's taking place here. So a part of the prophecy that I gave a few years ago that I updated you all on, like last week or whatever, on the 4-year prophecy video, you're going to have some males specifically in leadership who are going to fall because of their disregard for woman. And these men, they embody different shades, right? They come in different vessels, but it's the energy that they hold. Women too are going to be hit with this. If you're like a woman hater, or you're a woman basher as a woman, it's dangerous out here for you too. So be careful, right? But you're seeing it. These guys who have been in leadership in the cosmic community, in the spiritual community, they are falling. Their reputation is tarnished. There's so much stuff going on with them. And you notice a trend with these guys. It's like you've been bashing women. Like you've been bashing indigenous women who look like you, and you've been degrading them. And it's time for that to shift. And it's becoming dangerous for people. We've been talking about it a lot. It's becoming instant karma, instant justice. And it's because the divine feminine is not playing. She's going to knock all your shit over. We're in that season now on all levels. So you're going to see a revamping in many different things. Like, first off, let's just talk about social media. You're already starting to see it where it came in waves, right? We had the pole dancing and the heels classes, and it was great. And we had the yoni steams and the waist beads, and everybody wanted to do yoga. Everybody wanted to sign up to Queen Afua's programs. All of that started coming. You're going to see that more and more on social media, where there's more of up-leveling, but there's also going to be a separation too. We talked about that before. You're going to realize who's real and who's fake, who's doing it for clout and who actually has a call over their life. People are going to separate. They're going to separate. Not everybody's going to resonate with the other. The real leaders, the real masters, those who have special wisdom to share, those people are going to rise to the forefront. And a lot of them don't have a lot of followers at all. Some of them have like 25 followers on Instagram, but they're the greatest ascended master of the generation. Like, this is the time that we're moving into. And the divine is going to do everything in their power to push these people to the forefront as much as possible. And like I said, it's those who carry the codes of like the ancient ones, of the ascended masters, of the deities that used to walk and teach and inspire. You're going to see a lot of that. Okay. What else, y'all? Some of you are going to deal with spiritual warfare. I mean, it's the name of the game. It comes with it. It really comes with it. And I feel like someone out there, you haven't been wanting to actually like wear your crown and work in your path because of interference, energy thrown, and you're so sensitive you can perceive that. And the divine just wants you to push through that, because that's how this is what it is. You're a spirit warrior. You astral travel, you fight spirit wars all the time. You're just here in a physical vessel. Those wars haven't stopped, right? It's just you're needing to remember how to fight those wars in the physical vessel. So a lot of you are needing to study, all right? You're students and teachers all the time. I'm a student and a teacher all day, every day. I love being a student too, right? Just as much as I love teaching. But studying yourself and tapping in is going to get you ready for these next levels. And if you are on the side of the light, you're gonna come into warfare. It's many of you, that's what you do. Even like some of you are psychic mediums. You speak to the spirits all the time, always in the ethers. You're getting that information to protect yourself now. All of that is coming into alignment. So you're gonna see more people like admitting their spiritual gifts or what they can do. Like you didn't even know that your homie was telepathic for like the past 3 years, but they're gonna tell you like, bro, like I hear you talk. Like I hear you in my mind. Like some people are gonna start coming forward in that way. You're gonna have a lot of people jealous of you, whoever this is for, someone out there. And I feel like that concerns you. And the divine doesn't want that to concern you anymore. We're done with that time of worrying about what other people think about us, or worrying if they think that we should call ourselves a high priestess or not. Like, it's just, we're done with that. All of that's done. Right now, you're to give yourself the title that the divine has given you. Many of you, you've been given these titles. You didn't just decide. Some of you out there, you didn't just decide that you was a priest or a priestess. It came to you in a dream or some shit. Like, right? Your spirit name came to you on the wings of a raven one night. Like, you're a whole shaman out here. Like, the regular rules don't apply. That's what we're moving into. Like, all the old stuff, structures, all of that is burning to the ground. That's why it's really important to be mindful what you say right now. I'm telling you, if you if you out here cursing people, be careful with yourself, brother. Like, look, you out here cursing people, you might as well schedule your funeral for that same evening on some shit, because it's real. Like, magic is real. You're gonna become so powerful that you want to be mindful, and how you talk to people, because you have angels and ascended masters walking amongst you right now. A lot of y'all have been dormant. A lot of y'all, like I was saying in the last message, it wasn't really safe for you to like display all of yourself. You weren't in the right environment. You would have been a mark. Like, you would have been the first target. Many of you were a target for a long time because you just didn't understand who you were and what your path entailed, right? So you're going to get some people who are jealous of that light, jealous of your mastery. The divine feminine is very protective of herself and others. So with that being said, so your spiritual protection, your spiritual gifts and things like that are going to become more and more in online. But you're also going to have protectors come into your life, spiritual protectors in the physical, right? So just be mindful who approaches you right now, because that they could be that protector that you have been praying for. They just may not show up how you think they're supposed to show up. Okay, that's a special message for someone. I literally had that happen to me today. It's just like, wait, like what? And then I'm thinking like, oh wait, I think I manifested you. Okay, hang on. Right? Let me rethink this. So some of you just consider that, because you're shifting so much. Many of you are needing mentors, guides, you're needing sisterhood, you're needing brotherhood. That's going to come into your life right now. All right. Be mindful of your social media. There's going to be a revamp to social media, y'all. I'm telling you, it's going to be very different. I don't know, like, if the apps are going to change. Something's going to change on the apps, but also, like I was saying, like, how people are showing up on social media is going to change. I'm telling you, like, people are tired of butt naked, pooty. Like, people are tired of that. People want to see the divine. They're tired of people just shaking their ass and bringing nothing. Like, no, they want to see the divine. They want to see God. They want to connect with the Most High. That's what you're going to see on social media. Okay, that's shifting, and that's all divine feminine energy. She's like, look, I get it. I'm fine as fuck. I understand it. All right. You don't think I know? I know. However, I want to introduce you to the sacred. I want to introduce you to the magic. You forgot, right? It's been buried. It's been kept from you for so long. Let's go down this journey. So all of my priestesses, my shamans, I was saying this the other night, y'all. If you didn't see the last message I just did, literally just did, what, yesterday? I was talking about the priestess and the priests and the shamans. You've been honing your craft for years, literally lifetimes, but in this physical reality for a while. Like, you've had your experiences, you had your wisdom. Many of you are writers, you journal a lot of things. Take out your old notebooks and all of that stuff, because it's showtime. That's what we're doing. That's also how people are going to separate the real from the fake, because you've actually done the work. And sometimes people think, oh, well, you didn't do the work because you would be a multimillionaire if you've been doing the work. That's not why people just want to write other people's stories. I think that's just what it is. Like, you just want to write the next person's story. You think that it should go this way. Like, you just overrided everything the divine had in store for this person, and you think it should go the way you thought it should go. Like, no, that's not what's happening here. So for many of you, you've cultivated so much wisdom, and whatever wealth people thought that you was supposed to flaunt, you're coming into that season, right? Or vice versa. Some people have all the wealth, but they didn't have the spiritual wisdom. Their psychic gifts weren't honed yet. But now we're moving into the season where you would have access to those spiritual healers. And the spiritual healers would have access to the money people. So it's going to be like this whole soul tribe coming together, because some of your soul tribe are on different levels than you are for a reason, very valid reason. So all of you are going to come together. And be mindful of what you post on social media. That was coming up. There's going to be this protection. So for those of you who feel called to protect this divine feminine shift, right? Because we spoke on one end of the spectrum, you have people who are degrading her and completely disrespecting her, like completely trashing her. You're going to have some people who are going to want to show honor. Those people who show honor to woman and the divine feminine energy and the sacred, your life is going to be amazing. Like, so good. Your life is going to be really good. That's what I'm saying. Like, some people feel some type of way because they're like, well, why? It's always about women. Like, it's always about women and what they got going on. It's never about, like, that's not what we're doing. That's not where we're at. Like, this shift is going to benefit everything and everyone ever. Like, in existence, literally. It's going to be so good. And if you're wise enough to tap into that energy, because you hold the divine feminine within you, regardless of gender, if you're able to honor that energy, she's going to love you back. She's going to bless you back. Right? So, if you have that energy around you, if you have access to that energy, sow a seed into that energy as much as possible. Yes, I'm meaning yourself as well, right? But if you have somebody in your life that represents that energy, sow a seed as much as possible, you know? Yeah, y'all. That's why I was saying, those who honor her, honor the sacred. You're gonna see a lot of that, y'all. Hang on. Many of you, you're leading that charge, right? You're leading that, or you're one of the guides towards honoring the feminine. even with my work, I see it a lot. Like, it's always been about woman and the mother and the feminine energy, the goddess. For years, it's literally all I do, right? And I see that with me as well. More embodiment of that energy and also pouring it back. And a lot of the things that I've created are visionary, right? Because y'all know I'm a prophet and oracle. Y'all been rocking with me for years. Y'all already know how it go over here, right? So it's like even the creation of like the pussy portal, it's ahead of its time, but also right on time, because that's where we're going. Like, people want to learn more about their priestess energy. They know that their bloodline is calling them. They don't know how to activate it or live that life. You know, I was in a sister circle over the weekend. You know, I was speaking in it, and it was just like, people have been suppressed so much. They're not wanting to say what their title is. They're not wanting to come out like, hey, I'm a priestess, or hey, I'm a prophetess. Like, I just get dreams and shit. I don't know. Or I just be knowing, girl. I don't know. People are not just going to introduce you like that. You're not going to introduce yourself like that. But now you will. Now's the time to do that. So y'all hear me all the time. I list all my damn titles. Spiritual mentor, certified master life coach, NLP, ordained minister, oracle prophetess, author, CEO, founder. Like, list the shit, right? Say your name. Put some respect on your name. You're going to see that now. People are not going to be ashamed of what they've been given or what their call is. Like I was saying before, many of you were called into the title. You didn't just say, this is who I am. Your guidance told you that. So now we're moving into that season where you say that. That's also big divine feminine energy. She's not shy. As you're evolving, as you're merging with the higher self, yeah, you're going to be shy sometimes, probably. Why not, right? Little anxiety here and there. But the divine feminine energy, she's very sure of herself, of itself maybe, but very sure, very certain, doesn't, like I said, doesn't care what you think. Definitely doesn't care what you think. Because why would what you think matter when it's just truth? Like, the path is truth. There's no feelings, there's no none of that in truth. But thankfully for you, the divine feminine is loving. She's loving as well. So you get that added bonus. So you're going to see that, y'all. Many people are going to be like, wow. I was just talking to a sister the other day. Like, the universe can be cold-blooded when it comes to laying out justice and bringing about karma. It'll be legendary. It's masterful. It's like, it's crazy how it works. So you're going to see that a lot, but it's going to happen faster. So people are going to experience karma faster. Your manifestations are going to come in faster. So with that much power, y'all, it's also the call to anchor it and ground it. Right? I was just at the water the other day because I felt like I was like floating in the sky like a balloon or something. So many of you're going to have to sit by the water or sit on the earth or, go for walks, have some plants in your home to help anchor you in the energy, and keep you peaceful. Because if you know that literally what you say is going to manifest in the next 35 minutes, that's going to cause you to be as peaceful as possible, because that could be dangerous. It could be very dangerous. So people are going to see that, and you're going to see that. People who are reckless with their energy are not going to have it easy out here. They're not. That's why I like this North Node Taurus energy, because it's going to ask you to ground more and just to slow it down just a touch and only deal with things that matter. That's important, because if you're this powerful and you're erratic, you're going to take your own self out, which is literally what's happening anyway, right? It's happening to people. You're like, Have you witnessed that? Many of you are seeing that, or you're going to see that. So just be careful. Be careful. And like I said, it's Judgment Day. We were saying it before. It's off with your head season. It's what's up. It's run up and get done up season out here. And that's divine law. Like it's really the divine coming in. So, you know, for those who resonate with this, you're not going to have to do anything. There's nothing you need to do in this time, in this season, but just get your outfit together to come out on stage. That's all you got to do, baby. That's all you have to do. Ground your energy, meditate, find something cute to wear for your debut because you did all the heavy lifting, y'all. You did all the work. That's also what the divine feminine is bringing. She's rewarding those who have done the work, right? Because to hold this much power, you have to be wise. A lot of people in this hour, they may not come into all of their magic. It has to come, it has to unfold. Like those who resonate with this, you know what I'm talking about. Like many things had to unfold. Like I see that with my life. Like things had to unfold before it came into more of this, right? So you're gonna see that. And like I said, it's judgment season. So if anyone has wronged you, it's like, bruh, like I don't know. You're gonna see that a lot, y'all. It's gonna be there's gonna be karma. Because a lot of you went through a lot of pain because of other people. Magic, you've been through spell work, you know, you've been through abuse. Like a lot of things are coming through now, and a lot of the things that have happened to you, judgment is coming in. For some of you, this is like a bloodline type of thing. There's justice coming in for a bloodline. Excuse me. Some of you, see, it's like you're employed by the divine feminine. Let me get my charger. Ooh, hang on. Uh-oh. It's telling me to hang on, y'all. Because I have it wants me to turn it. I think I will show you these too. Because before I went on, you have royal bloodline. You've been crowned. So one of the things that the divine feminine is bringing in as well, like I said, is justice for a bloodline. Many of you, you've been crowned, you've been chosen, and it's the season where you reign over, okay, it's coming. You reign over your family or your bloodline. You initiated something, a healing, a transformation. And this is collective. This is individual, but it's also collective, you all. Okay? So, like with you and your family, you healed your bloodline, you liberated them. You've been crowned. Many of you, you've been chosen within a bloodline. There are many, many, many other families who have also undergone this crowning and this initiation process. I feel like many of y'all are going to get together, but it's a soul tribe. It's not just like your family. You know what I mean? Like, oh, how could I make this make sense? For some, like you're a soul that came into a family that had a lot of cycles, a lot of things going on. You were meant to help liberate that family, right? And like, I feel like for many of you, that job is done. You've already completed that. You don't have to go back into that. You can separate from it. And you're going to align with Soul Tribe, who have also come into families and done that same task. Thank you. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. Okay. Very powerful energy, you all. You have, some of you are needing to step away from family because there's a lot of jealousy going on. There's a lot of jealousy going on. All right. Many of you are not wanting to believe that. You may be in denial of the fact that this is happening, but you know what? You've done your job and you healed the souls, but maybe the physical family isn't ever going to be um together again. For some of you, that's coming in now. It's like once you separated yourself from a family dynamic and you did your job, it's like that family line dissolves. It's like it's kind of no more. And it doesn't necessarily mean people pass away. It just means that that's the end of that, the way that things used to be. Even like procreating and bringing in some of the same souls, that's done. Okay, wow. Wow, that's what I'm saying. Like the divine feminine is knocking everything over. A lot of things need to burn to the ground, you know? There's going to be a lot of victory to those who decide to move forward, who just keep taking the next step forward. And again, the next 3 to 6 to 12 months, y'all, are going to be powerful. And you're going to have people, like I said, they're going to be throwing all sorts of spell work at you and energy work at you. It's not looking good for them at all, those who do that. So you don't really need to trip too much about that. Many of you've elevated past the level of that type of thing affecting you. But for those who are still doing that type of warfare, it's looking really bad for them. A lot of them are going to be taken up out of here. And if they have public platforms, it's going to be even worse. Like, we have quite a few people from public platforms who tune in, well-known people. And some of them aren't the best. Some of them have been doing wicked things, and it's all gonna come back now, and there's really no escaping that. That's also the divine feminine energy. It's like, well, you're needing to correct your ways and apologize because, that'll be easier on your soul. However, a lot of them have done a lot of dark things to people. So there's no coming back for that. There's no coming back from that. The divine doesn't want you to overly grieve or overly mourn this type of thing, because some of you are like grieving and mourning for those who really wanted you gone. Okay? So the divine feminine is righting a lot of wrongs here. A lot. Righting a lot of wrongs. And there's gonna be this surge. Y'all are gonna see it. Like, it's starting now. This is gonna happen quickly, where there's gonna be this shift, and people are gonna start acknowledging things more and more and more. You're gonna start seeing more like scientific articles about spiritual, metaphysical things. A lot of that is coming in. Some of it is gonna be stolen because we already know how it go. We already know that. But there's also gonna be divine justice in that. It has to, this new wave of the divine feminine, their content has to be stolen in a way to highlight the fact that everything else has been stolen from her. You understand me? That's what's coming in. So even with the people who throw the spell work, it's like they gotta throw the spell work in order for everybody that they know to find out that they've been throwing spell work this whole time. That actually happened. That actually happened to a few people recently. We talked about that some months ago. And that's still happening. People are really getting found out for the things that they did against other people in family dynamics, in work dynamics, all sorts of things. And again, if you walk a righteous path, if you try to live a loving path, and a loving life, you're going to be blessed in this season. Going to be blessed. For those of you who were wondering, like, you may feel like you're struggling, but you feel like maybe your enemies are winning. Just hold on. Just you wait. A lot of y'all don't really understand what's going on behind the scenes. There's a lot going on behind the scenes with the people who have hurt you. It's a lot. Don't think. Don't think. Because some of you are like, well, dang, I just saw him. He was rolling by. He was looking clean. And he really did me dirty. Like, he really, for no reason, did me dirty. And you may see this person and they look squeaky clean, like everything blinging. Don't, bro, sis, don't trip. Don't trip. Some of them are literally living in your homes. Yeah, some of them are making money off of what you created. Hold on, baby. Don't worry. Wait. Wait. All right. Things are going to shift. Things are going to shift. A lot of them are going through a lot of mental chaos. That's a lot of their karma, y'all. And I feel like the divine feminine wants people to understand this. Like, that's one of the things that have been hidden from people was the realness of magic and throwing energy and warfare. That has been hidden. Just how deep it goes and how far it stretches and how many people have been using it against you. We're in the season of understanding that, but also judgment time. So a lot of them wanted to alter the way you viewed yourself, alter the way other people viewed you. So when that energy backfires, which it will, that's prophecy, is done, is judgment. The gavel has dropped. It's happening, period. They can't do anything. When that happens, it scrambles their psyche because it backfired to them. So it scrambles their mind. A lot of them are in real mental duress, y'all. A lot of them through mirror magic, like I said. So now they're going to view themselves as looking a certain way or as ugly. They're always going to be insecure. They're always going to be vain, but it's going to multiply to the 10th power, where now it's going to affect their confidence and how they feel about themselves and how they feel about what they're doing in the world. And they're always going to be paranoid. And then, y'all, it's deep. That's why I said nobody gives karma like the divine gives karma. That's why you just stay out the way. You just stay out the way. A lot of them, they wanted your finances messed up. So now they got to watch you eat. I've been saying that a long time. They got to watch you eat. Some of y'all, you putting on a little bit of weight. You looking thick now. You looking good. The divine making sure you going to stay blessed. You know? A lot of them, they stole your work. They stole your idea or your swag. Everybody's going to know they're a fraud. They're going through this already. It's just maybe you don't see it. Some of you do see it because you let me know. Like in our conversations or our private sessions, we talk about this, right? You see it. It's happening to people. It's dawning on them that it's because they went against you specifically. It's off with your head season, y'all. I'm telling you. Some of them have lost their jobs. If you are going through a season of like shifts, things are moving, nothing is really stable right now, don't worry. That's just the divine mixing and moving things up behind the scenes. I'm literally getting like a cyclical, I'm literally moving my hands actually like a figure 8. So maybe like the infinity signal symbol matters to you. We're also in that 888 energy, y'all. Look up angel number 888. But things are moving for you. You have to understand when energy is thrown and your ancestors are protecting you, it's just going to cause like a little, things have to realign a little bit, right? Excuse me. And like I was saying, you're up leveling. You're already moving forward and upward. So everything has to come and move with you. What you're manifesting, it has to meet you. So there's just things moving around. Okay, some of you feel the energy shifting around you. If you're feeling a little depressed, don't worry. And it is probably not even you. You're probably just tapping into these people energy because they've been playing in your energy so much that now their energy is asking your ass for help. You see how it go? That's the divine feminine too. That's the divine feminine. She'll whoop that ass and she'll make you want to hug her because now you want to come home to mama, right? You want to come home to the mama that you disrespected. I get it. We get it. But it's off with your head season. So there's no hugs. There's no hugs. There's no consolation. I'm not passing you a Kleenex. None of that is happening. All right. So some people are really sad. And like I said, you're so powerful. You feel your enemy's sadness. It's not you. Don't get it twisted. A lot of y'all, you may be carrying energy that don't belong to you. So clear your energy, please. All right. Take your spiritual bath and then see how you feel. See how you feel. Because that happened the other day. It happens, well, y'all. I mean, like I said, those who are in this path, this is normal stuff. This is just confirmation, right? But like that happened. And I'm like, yo, I'm really feeling this person's energy. And it's like, wow. It was like, whoa. Because I'm very sensitive and I'm very telepathic, right? You heard the bling go off, right? So you hear it. Many of you you're the same way. You hear it. For you, it'll make you think that you missed somebody, or maybe you want to make amends with the person that literally tried to murder you, okay? Literally, some of you are dealing with that, but it's not you. You're telepathic. You're just picking up their guilt, their regret, their sorrow, their pain, their suffering, and then they want your help specifically. That's how it works. So, this shift that we're coming into is going to make you very sensitive, very tapped in. Man, people, you're about to see your greatness, and other people are about to see it as well. Whoever this message is resonating with. Yeah, you're about to see a lot more spiritual gifts come online. A lot. Some of you are needing to cut energy. Not necessarily cutting soul ties, because that phrase could get tricky. I think people like to use it. It becomes like an enabling term. I want to say you're needing to like clear your energy. Okay? Clear your energy. Because like I said, you had a lot of people playing in your energy. And you're really going to want to clear that up. Some of you, something about lovers. You're going to have a lot of lovers coming in. Be mindful of that too, because with this shift, people are going to find you very pretty and shiny. So I believe I said that last message. Protect your energy. Now's a good time to know what you want because you're going to have a lot of suitors come in. Okay. What else, y'all? I just get a lot of greatness coming up for you. There's going to be this big, huge shift coming. I keep saying shift, but it really is a shift. Some of you are going to skyrocket in a certain way. Some of you, this is speaking. Some of you, this is writing. Okay? Some of you, this is singing, acting, something you're doing, especially if you have that North Node Taurus or North Node Scorpio right now. That's very powerful placement. Tap into your birth chart, y'all. If you need me to do your birth chart, hit me up. All right. It's important for you to get in this energy right now. Shout outs to my master numbers 11, 22, and 33. All right. That came out. That oracle card came out. You could be a master number. I'm a master number. So shout outs to Life Path, master number Life Path. All right, my loves. I feel like that's all. That was just some channeled messages coming in. If you know any of these, like these toxic, wounded, masculine leaders, like we were talking about the other day, and you love them though, like you're dedicated to them. If you want, you could give them some information. Like you could direct them to my platform. You can holla at them, be like, bruh, like you probably should start honoring woman right now because it's getting kind of scary for y'all out here, those who are not. Some of you may feel called to do that, and definitely do so. Definitely share my content with them. Because we do want everybody to ascend and go to these upper levels, right? We want everybody to align with their highest version of self. We don't want people left behind. I mean, it's not really up to us, right? Everybody signs up for what they sign up for. But some of you have a say in all of this, and you are also a teacher and a guide. So if you're close to these people, be like, yo, like, this is the information I found out, or I watched this video, it was dope. Check it out. Talks about the divine feminine. Also, my women out there, tap into your sisterhood. I know there are some challenges with that, but it's going to be easier. It's going to be a lot easier for you to tap in. Those who are really connected to Mother Nature, Mama Yemayan, the goddess, all of those energies, if you're choosing to tap in, that's a safe space. That's a sacred space for you. It'll keep you safe. It'll keep you out of like a lot of the toxic things that are going on right now. Like it's crazy out here. Like those with spiritual eyes is wild. Okay. The more you align with your purpose though, that's safety. It's like you switch timelines. You're in a different realm. Okay. For some people, that's like, all right, sis, like whatever. No, I'm serious though. I'm serious. It protects you. That's why I'm always saying study your birth chart and your North Node, y'all. That protects you from a lot of the crazy stuff that's going on. You're safe. It's like you're under the divine's light, right? Like a flashlight in the dark. It's like you're standing in that light. And as long as you're in that path, you're good. As soon as you step out, I don't know. You out here in these streets if you step off. But if you stay on your path, man, that's the spot. That's the place that you're wanting to get to, all right, my love? So I'm gonna get out of here. I feel like I'm rambling because I'm getting kind of sleepy. But thank you for the love. Thank you for tuning in. This was an impromptu video. Stay aligned with the divine feminine, y'all. Like I'm saying, you'll be safe. You'll be safe. Because it's like, man, it's kind of like the blood on the door type energy right now, right? Because she's sweeping these streets. She's a street sweeper, okay? Stay safe. People are losing their lives if they disrespect a woman. You see people get the shit slapped out of them in public nowadays for disrespecting women. I don't know what's going down. But a lot of my kings out here, hold up, a lot of my kings are waking up too. So that's another thing, y'all. You're going to see that. You're going to see a lot of people start defending woman right now. And this is the part, not defending her in the way that they think that they should defend her. Because you have a lot of that going on. It's so weird. Like, let me tell you how I want you to protect me, first of all. Like, what if I didn't want you coming in here, like, burning shit? You're protecting me in something that I'm actually good in. Like, I'm good here. Let me show you where the issue is. You're not even listening. So that's another part of the wounded patriarchy is like, oh, let's help woman, but you're doing everything but helping us. Like, you're not even listening to us, so we can't even tell you what the problem is. We know what the problem is. We just need support. We don't need you to. Okay, anyway. I think it's just funny. It's like one of those things between men and women that is just so complicated for no reason. It's kind of funny. But no, like now we're moving into a season where the divine feminine is able to say, this is the issue, guys. This is what's going on. And this is how we need you to protect us. And that is so refreshing, right? So refreshing. Because then they were like, oh, okay, we didn't even know that. We didn't even know there was an issue there. Okay. And then people are going to want to protect the divine feminine in the way that she actually needs that protection. And that'll save a lot of, damn, I just heard a lot of lives. That will actually save a lot of lives if people would listen to her. So again, you're going to see a lot of protection. Like, people are not going to really do too kindly with blatant, like, physical disrespect of a woman. Like coming soon, really soon, and this is happening even now, y'all. Like, back in the day, you used to see, like, some guys going after one woman and nobody would really say anything. Like, it'll be like this weird silence or something. But now we're moving into a space where literally your whole block will jump you if you disrespect a woman in public or in private. That's what we're moving into. So you're going to start seeing that. If you start seeing that, take notes. Take notes. You're going to see a lot more Will Smith and Chris Rock like moments. All right? And like I said, some people are going to a lot of people are going to transition up out of here, man, because it depends on the level in which they've been pushing against this energy and how much they've been putting out. But you're going to see a lot of people like taking justice into their own hands and not necessarily on not like on a vigilante thing, but more so like on a divine justice thing. Like, you're gonna start seeing more people who embody divine justice. You have these avenger angels who are on the planet, and some of them are gonna be taking physical form, and I don't know, there might be a couple Dexters rolling around here. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Look, I don't want to hear no shit. Don't at me. All right, I'm just telling you what it is. Telling you what's coming through. You're going to see a lot of that, y'all, and it's going to be divine. It's going to look a little way, but it's going to be the divine coming in to clean things up. So a lot of my folks out there, let me stop talking crazy because I know y'all know what I'm talking about, but a lot of my peoples out there is going to, yeah, they're going to step up to the plate in amazing ways. And it's really like, it's the gods coming online, and there's really nothing that we could do about it, but just get in alignment. All right. So I'm going to leave it at that. Hey, Candy B. I'm going to leave it at that, y'all. I was supposed to get out of here a minute ago. But anyway, thank you so much for y'all love. Again, be sure to subscribe. If you need to reach me, click on the links in the description box. All right. I love y'all. Have a good night.